Hello, my name is Tyler McCall with the Center for Presidential History at SMU. Today I am joined by Dr. Cameron Blevins of the University of Colorado, Denver. Dr. Blevins, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks a lot for having me, Tyler.
So my first question for you is, what was the most unexpected way that the U.S. Post operated in the 19th century West that you discovered in your research?
There's effectively a post office in every single community in the West. And that really came to the forefront when you stopped to map out where all these places were. And you can see that they're basically showing up wherever American settlers are occupying what is stolen indigenous land. As soon as they manage to get in there, a post office is up and running. And so there's tens of thousands of post offices operating across the West, and more so than there are today by several factors.
Though we are admittedly living in a dramatically different age, do you think your work has any bearing on current events or topics in the modern day?
But I genuinely do think that trying to evaluate the different channels and structures through which something like state power operates is really important. And this applies not only to something like the American state government, but also some of the really large networks and systems and structures today. So things like social media, Facebook, Google, some of these massive private entities that really are laying down all these kinds of networks that structure our lives in ways that we're only really starting to wrestle with. And so I think doing this kind of analysis for me has opened up my eyes, at least, to trying to be more cognizant and recognizing some of the more mundane, hidden ways that these really, really large systems that seem like they're everywhere and are everywhere, and kind of understanding the impact that those systems can have, I would say is the main kind of relevance for understanding the present.
Very true. If you could give our audience a short teaser for your talk, which points would you most like to share with them?
So I'd say if you are at all interested in things like digital humanities, mapping, geography, and understanding how these new methods can fundamentally shape humanities and social science research questions, I would say come to this talk. I will be showing maps, and not just kind of as pretty illustrations, but really unpacking how they've shaped the conclusions and interpretations that I've been able to draw about the 19th century state and how state power operates.
Well, Dr. Blevins, thank you so much for joining me today, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday, November 11th at 6 o'clock p.m.
Thank you, Tyler.